Hey guys, you really gotta start calling before you come over here. Well, since you're here, beyond the noondons on the blue cuisine, or welcome to my humble kitchen. Today, I got a crazy recipe for y'all. We're gonna do some waffle fries. We're gonna do a whole deep fried broiler. But this is gonna be my take on Hennessy wings. But I don't really like the taste of Hennessy, but what I do like is Spice E&J. So we're gonna do a Erk-N-Jerk whole fried broiler with some Cajun coleslaw and some waffle fries. Let's get into it. Let's get down on this jalapeno Cajun coleslaw. You guys see my vegetable chopper. I changed my attachment so we can shred. We just want to take our cabbage, just go right across it like this. Now that we have our cabbage all shredded up, nice and neat, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take 1 cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of granulated white sugar, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, tablespoon of lemon juice. We're going to go ahead, we're going to add our Cajun seasoning. You know what I say, get down in your own way. And this is all I'm adding to it. We don't have to go too crazy. I think that's more than enough seasoning. I'm going to whisk this together. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our cabbage. And for a kicker, we're going to add in some diced jalapenos. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. All right, guys, so I went back after I did the coleslaw and I doubled the recipe. So what happened, I had too much cabbage. And so what I used in this was a half of small head of normal cabbage or green cabbage, and I use a half a small head of red cabbage. But this is my end result. You see it mixes much more better. And the way I like to get down, I don't like my coleslaw to be a little bit wet. But you know what I say, baby, get down in your own way. Let's work on these waffle fries, or Latisse cut fries. I got my Latisse cutting blade here. And to get a Latisse cut fry, what you're going to do is you're going to go over one pass, and then you're going to do a quarter turn and come back. Quarter turn in the opposite direction, come back. Quarter turn. And you're just going to repeat that until you're done. All right, guys, check it out. Our beautiful Latisse cut or waffle fries. And then we're going to take this and we're going to go ahead and transfer it into a bowl. Give it a nice bath of cold water just so we can have some nice crispy fries when we go to fry these bad boys. All right, so for my chicken, I just went ahead and hit that with some adobo all-purpose seasoning. Got that all over there. And just let that sit for about 30 minutes or so. All right, when I originally came up with the recipe for this chicken, what I wanted to do was do a Coke can chicken and then do Hennessy glaze. So it's going to be kind of my take on a Hennessy and Coke or a free Cuba chicken. But I decided to just boil the chicken, but I'm going to boil it in Coke so I can get that flavor, because if I bake this, the skin is going to get tight and it's going to be hard to fry later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our Coke in. Oh, yeah. Let's pour our Coke in. All right, bring that bad boy to a boil. And then once we get a good boil in, we're going to add in our chicken, all right? Be very careful right here, because you don't want to spill. You don't want this thing to overflow. So just take your time, put your chicken in. So we're going to come check on this periodically, and we're going to let this boil for about, I'm going to keep it in a boil for maybe about 15 minutes or so. All right, our chicken's been boiling. I left it here for about 15, 16 minutes. We're not gonna cook it all the way, But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take it out and we're gonna let it cool some, so that way when we put it in the batter will actually stick to the chicken. That bad boy heavy there. All right, I just wanted to show you this, guys. I have a beer can chicken stand, and I used it to hold the chicken up. You will damage the chicken a little bit, but it shouldn't do anything significant as far as frying it. But the reason why I stood it up is if you look closely, you can see that there's water dripping outside of the chicken. And as you know, water and grease do not mix. So I'm trying to dry this out as much as possible before frying. All right, let's make our E&J sauce. So we're gonna do about 2 cups. I'm just eyeballing it here. We're gonna reduce it down anyway. I'm gonna kind of let it thicken up some. We're gonna do about 2 cups of cherry Coke. I hope that's about 2 cups. Yeah, we're gonna crack open our E&J spice. For this, we're gonna do about 1/2 cup. That's about 1/2 cup, right? We're gonna let this simmer and reduce down till it thickens some. Once it reduces down, if it's still not to your liking, you know, if it didn't get down how you wanted to get down, I'm gonna add a little bit of flour or cornstarch to thicken up your sauce, okay? Alright guys, so I choose to use cornstarch to thicken up my E&J sauce. If you look right here, you can see that I use a little bit too much. And that's okay, you know, we all make mistakes. If this happens to you, just go ahead and take your sauce off the stove, turn your heat off, and put it in a strainer. Strain out all that excess cornstarch or flour if you chose to use flour, and then put it back on the stove. Rinse, wash, and repeat, and then you can get down on the sauce the way that you want to get down on it. The way I chose to actually get down on this sauce was I wanted mine to be kind of like a maple syrup type of consistency, so I didn't want it to be too thick, but I didn't want it to be too thin. So, you know, just keep working with it till you get it the way you like it. We're going to do a wet batter on this chicken. We have about 3 cups of flour. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and we're going to use salt, chipotle chili, garlic, pepper. We're going to put 3 eggs in this and 2 cups of water. If you start mixing this and you see that it's not the texture that you want, or not the consistency that you want, then just go ahead and tweak it. You know, if it's too thick, add some more water. If it's too thin, add a little bit more flour. Keep your seasoning in mind as you're doing this. Alright guys, let's get our chicken in, our batter. Wish you can see how much juice came off of this thing. Alright, let's get her in there. Booyah. Let's batter this bad boy on up. Let's get our batter all over our chicken. We got our grease warming up, should be ready soon. And we're gonna go ahead and drop this bad boy up in there. Alright, our grease is up to temperature. Our chicken is well coated. I'm going to just go ahead and do a little bit more batter on it just to make sure my batter is kind of thick, because I did boil this chicken first. I want to make sure that it has a nice batter on it. And so my grease is about 165 or so. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop my basket first, right? I'm going to drop my basket first. My messy hands. And we're going to take our chicken, All right, we're gonna go ahead and drop it. Just take your time. And just let that bad boy sit up in there. And so I'm gonna keep it right here for about maybe 10 minutes or so, and I'm gonna come back and flip it over. Alright, she's flipped, she's fried, she's ready to come out. It's not the prettiest bird. If I were to do this again, I would probably fry it in a Dutch oven, but there it is. Alright, let's drop our waffle fries. Alright guys, that does it for today. So now let's thank the Lord for a meal, and it's time for the big reveal in 3, 2, 1. Did I get down in the kitchen, y'all? Cajun coleslaw, deep fried Erk-N-Jerk chicken, and Lutece cut fries. Guys, please try this recipe and let me know what you think. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, get down in the kitchen.